2 days, 2 types of work. We're always telling players to work hard, but we want to stop and think and make sure that the players are working smart as well. This young player came to us on a Friday, and we filmed him. And you're seeing a pre and post. This is Saturday. It's labor intensive to film, to skill test, to make the take-home, the narrated slow motion analysis tape. To have a player go through static balance where they're in one position over and over again, making adjustments with their grip, their swing, their body. A pitcher tells you 1,000 words. A pitcher tells you a story. The athlete being a biocomputer, we have to deprogram, reprogram. And it's going to take repetition. Now what happens is instruction, destruction. A young player like this, he needs to be taken away from tournaments, and he just needs to train. It may take months. You're basically undoing what has been done. We're not taking away the experience of having hit so many tennis balls. He knows tennis, but we would say that his experience is ahead of his education in tennis. So we have to go back and do the building block work, just the right progressive steps. Now when I say labor intensive, we're a small staff, but we all helped him with his game. It's not a matter of just putting him in line and running him through drills. That's the industry norm. Remember the Bill Cosby comment saying, I don't know the key to success, but I know the key to failure. Give everybody what they want. People want to run around and have fun. People want to play points. People want to do fun drills. But the fun will run out unless you have fundamentals. He's organized now. He has the ready position, just makes a unit turn. Now, we're not showing this to you in slow motion either. That racket head is way open. We stay away from the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Kids are not stupid, as I mentioned earlier in the course. I've been trained not to underestimate the capacity of the learner. Very powerful for a young player like this to see the pre and post tape and then be able to take it home with them and then be reminded. For example, his left hand, he's a lefty actually, his right hand is slightly off the racket. He's overcorrecting the follow through. So we're not by any means saying that the post is perfect, but it is better. Now if he went out and played a set, it's not going to work for him initially. Certainly creates a sense of accomplishment. Now, again, what we did with him is showed him film of pros in slow motion. To show him Agassi's backhand, to show him Federer's forehand. Because motivation is key. Motivation means to move. One of my favorite expressions, don't think, do. You want a kid to think backwards, forwards, upside down, inside out. But once they know, you know. Once through knowledge, once through scientific and logical rationale, trust is established. Don't think, do. Because the thinking just becomes interference. So many times, parents as well, but the player is thinking, I'm in the wrong group. I didn't come all the way to Tampa, Florida to stand in one place and hit a ball off a cone. Another thing to point out is Miran Man, who's helping him out, knows the system. And the young player knows Miran knows. So we don't fall in the trap of, well, I've got to hear it from the head coach. I've got to hear it from the old coach. And then from one court to the next, in a junior development program, there should be continuity. There should be common denominators when a team of coaches are working together. Together, everyone accomplishes more, yes, but not if all the coaches are saying something different. That is so much better. The checkpoints, the body balance positions. So as we've been putting this course together, we've continued to teach tennis. And this just was done 2 weeks ago. He's swinging east and west, forehand grip. The grip determines the angle of the racket face. The angle of the racket face determines the angle of the racket path. And again, to show him in slow motion what the pros do. Chips are for parties. The pros are not hacking and slicing at underspin backhands. The path of the racket to the path of the target. Once again, how do you talk to a young kid? Court runs north and south, you're swinging east and west. When a baseball player takes a ball, they take the glove to the ball. They're going to let the glove go directly towards the path of the oncoming ball. I often ask young players, do they cut their own hair? Just sensory perception. To me, there's no way he knows what's happening with that racket head behind him. Now, the racket's still a little too far back. He corrects it. So again, Chad is filming, Miran is feeding. I'm on the court, talking to him as well. I say, well, it doesn't make sense. You have 3 pros. It doesn't take 3 pros. But we wanted to accelerate the process. We wanted him through his assessment, came in for a 2-day visit from out of state, and wanted him to go home with an understanding of how to practice. Obviously, the parents listening to this tape, going through this course, you don't want your child to take their whole 10th year, 11th year. Say they're 11 years old and they're practicing the wrong way. There is a redo, but there is no redo of 2007 and 2008. So the sooner the better to get a young player on the right track technically. Miran's not on the other side. He's right there showing what to do. And he's going to make him repeat it. He's going to make him do it himself. He's going to toss the ball, hit, hold, correct, letter X. He opened up. He didn't stay on balance long enough for Miran to correct him. Now, in working with coaches, I would tell Miran, in this situation, he wants to set his racket down. Just so it's easier for him to use both hands to correct his body balance position. That's much better. You can see that the opposite arm, he points first. There's no shoulder rotation. He ends up looking straight ahead, binocular vision with both eyes. And it's all about getting better. Just on this tape alone, I've made so many mistakes. But for Miran, to tell him be focused on tossing the ball straight up where the contact point's going to be at 11 o'clock. And it's close, but it could be a little bit better. I think of the years working with Welby Van Horn, he certainly would be very, very upset if someone didn't feed the ball the right way. He's opening up with that front foot. He's off balance. So we filmed 7 strokes, and we covered 7 strokes. You can see he's still struggling. Miran's still helping him with that back arm. He wants to fan the racket. He wants to have his left elbow be up. You have to correct him each time. But his dad has a copy of this tape, and they can work off of it. Now, this young player was told that when he comes back to visit, we'll film him again as soon as he comes back. And certainly, it's a test. It's a test of his work ethic. You want to place responsibility, accountability on the student. That's what happens in their job place in school. They're going to have to get the job done to get the right grade. So Miran's correcting the elbow, and he's still struggling with that. But it's better. Again, repetition. I keep repeating myself in this course. Improvement takes place in stages. But for 2 days, 2 types of work, hard work, smart work, he's on his way to being a better tennis player. And that's great.